Hello and welcome to the tutorial for Miro. Miro is a virtual whiteboard tool you can use for online workshops, but also for online collaboration in general. Miro offers a broad range of functionalities, from basic whiteboard functions up to prototype and pre-to-type functionalities. This tutorial will focus on the basic functions that you need within an online workshop. And this is aiming at participants on online workshops who are going to use Miro for the first time. With the invitation to an online event, or maybe even just live in the event, you will receive a link to a Miro board. The link will look similar to the one you can see here. You can access the Miro board by just clicking on it, and your browser should just open up and open the Miro board. As you can see, it will take a couple of seconds to load the whole board, and there are some windows that are popping up where I will go into in a second. In general, the good thing about Miro is that you don't need an account to use such a board. So within online events, the moderator can prepare a whiteboard and invite the guest, and they can directly access it without setting up an account or similar. You will be anonymous on this board and you will be able to interact with the board. When you first open Miro, at the top you will be asked to sign up for free. This you can ignore. As I mentioned, you can use it free when the moderator set up such a board and invites you to it. In this window, Miro is offering you a small tutorial. So you can click on Let's Start and have a look at what they are showing you, and they will basically explain you the basic functionalities, which I will also go into now. So you can just close this by clicking Try Next Time, then it will open up again, or skip completely if you don't want to see it again. The second window here on the right side that will open up when you open Miro the first time is a to-do list or something similar. Here the moderator can prepare, for example, some tasks you will have to do or similar. This is mainly useful for online collaboration when you are not together live in a workshop. So for online events, you can also close this by clicking on the cross in the top right corner. Okay, now in the background, you can see this is the whole whiteboard screen, and I will show you how you will interact with it. At the top left, you can see the Miro home button. Right next to it, there is the name of the Miro board you are right now using. Here's the button to sign up, but you can ignore this. Here you will see different options. You will see yourself. I'm now here as a guest artisan. You will also see the moderator and so on. Furthermore, here are some options where you can customize your experience with Miro. On the left side, there are the tools you can use on the board. I will go into this in a second. And here on the bottom, you can see how you can actually navigate on the board. Right now, this is set up as for touchscreen laptop or touchscreen PC. Since most people don't have such a laptop, I will change the setting to a different setting. To do so, you click on the settings button and click on navigation mode. Now you can see there are three options. Right now it is in the touchscreen option. You can also use the trackpad option, or what I would recommend to start with is the mouse option. If you have a physical mouse, this is the easiest way to interact and work with the Miro board. When you click on Apply, the Miro board will refresh and change the setting to use it with the mouse. As you can see, the mouse cursor is now a hand. When I click the left mouse button and keep it clicked, you can see how I grab the board and move it around. When you move the board around, you will move the board just for yourself. So you will not move the board for the other participants who are on the whiteboard. So don't worry about breaking anything. You will just move the board for yourself and the view or the part of the board you can see. So this you can do by keeping the left mouse button clicked and just move the mouse around. To zoom in and to zoom out, you can use the mouse wheel. So mouse wheel up, you zoom in, mouse wheel down, you zoom out. So this is basically how you will move around on this board. We set up here some pictures which will explain what you can see everywhere on the screen. In general, when you have a comprehensive workshop, there will be much more on the board, so you will mostly switch between zooming out, moving to the right space, and then you will zoom in again. And this is basically how you will navigate on this board. Another way to navigate is via a small map. On the top right, and the bottom right, you can see this percentage number. When you hover your mouse over it, a menu will pop up. Plus, minus, a small pin map symbol. When you click the symbol, you will see a small white map with blue squares on it. Each of these blue squares represents one item that is actually here on the board. So for example, we have this winking smiley up here. This is resembled here as a small square on this board. So what you can do is keeping the left mouse button clicked again and also move around here on this small board view. On the small map, you will see everything that is on this virtual whiteboard. So right now we just have this part here, so that's why you just see this part here. If I, for example, add something here on the right side, you will see that the board on the top and right, bottom right will change. So I added a post-it, and now you can see that the view field down here changed. So down here you will see always the whole board resembled by the small blue squares. You can also zoom out by clicking the minus button and zoom in by clicking the plus button, and you can also see how far you zoomed in or how far you zoomed out. Okay, for now I will delete this and jump back to the starting screen. So this is the functionalities and how you will be able to navigate on the board using the left mouse button and just pushing it around, using the mouse wheel to zoom out and zoom in, or alternatively use the small map down here also with the left mouse button pushed down and clicking on zooming out and zooming in buttons. Now that we know how to navigate, let's see how we can actually work on the board. So on the left side we have the different functionalities. The most important ones will be sticky note, text, and pen. Sticky note, clicking left button on it, you can select the color, and then you can click anywhere in the field and a sticky note will be created for you. The good thing is you can automatically type in your text you want to type in. So for example, hello, welcome to Miro. As you can see, the size of the text is automatically adjusted to the size of the post-it. So when you use several post-its, the post-it will not get larger and larger, but the size of the text in it will be adjusted. You can also adjust the size of the post-it by pushing one of these white circles and pulling it out or pulling it in. By this you can adjust the size. Now this post-it is marked. When the post-it is marked, you can also push the left mouse button, keep it pushed and move the post-it around. If you do not want to interact with the post-it anymore, just click one time with the left mouse button anywhere in the field, and you can see it's not marked anymore. Okay, now if you want to change the text in it, you click one time on the post-it again, double click on the text, and now you can add one line, for example. You can also change the color, so if you have different ideas and you want to mark them in a different way, you can change the color. Now you want to make another post-it. As you can see, they automatically take the color you had on the first post-it. And by this, you can add more and more post-its. Another way to add post-its is to keep the left mouse button clicked and just pull a post-it out of the left side. Okay, now you know how to create a post-it, how to adjust the size of the post-it, and with the left mouse button, you can also push it around. If you're still in the writing modus, it's sometimes a little bit difficult to move it around, so just click next to it, so it's not marked anymore, and then with the left mouse button click on it and you can move it around. Okay, now let's have a look. You want to delete a post-it. You can click on the three buttons here, the 3 points, and you see several options what you can do actually with the post-it. So one is duplicate. With this option you will copy the post-it one by one. So here we have a post-it with text in it. If I click duplicate, as you can see, it copies the post-it with text in it and everything that's somehow added to this. The other important option here is delete. So if you want to delete something, if something went wrong or you wrote it twice or anything, you can just click on the 3 points and click on delete. So in most of the workshops, this is all you need to interact and to work within such a workshop. So navigating around and putting in post-its. So it's basically just as you know it from the analog world, where you worked with post-its. As you can see, there are several other options. I would say the most interesting one is the pen option, because, for example, if you want to say, okay, check, I agree with this, you can just paint a check mark right next to a post-it. You can also make a question mark and similar. So this is just pen functionalities as you know it from Paint and similar tools. Of course, you can erase also. This is just the normal pen tools. You can close it again. As you now can see, I'm still in the eraser modus. So if I want to move around on the board again, I have to click on the mouse button here. And now I can freely move around again. I can also add some text. As you can see, this is a text field. I can adjust the size this way, or I can adjust the text size. And here, the text size itself will not be adjusted automatically as in the post-its, but the size of this field will be adjusted. Furthermore, we have arrows, we have fields. So this is something you can just play around with on our test board. We also have some emojis, as you can see. You can put some emojis on the board to comment something however you like. So these are the basic functionalities of Miro, and this should be almost everything you need to know to participate in an online workshop as a participant. So quick summary. The nice thing about Miro is when the moderator sets up such a board, he can invite you to the board without you creating any account. You don't have to sign up. Of course you can, but you don't have to. To move around, I recommend setting the navigation mode to mouse. and then you can keep the left mouse button clicked and just push the board around. This will change the view on the board just for yourself, not for the others, don't worry. You can zoom in and zoom out with the mouse wheel, or you can do so by clicking the plus and the minus button on the top right. Here you also have a small map of the whole whiteboard that you can see with all the content as blue squares. To create post-its, you can left click once on this button on the square with the black triangle on the top right, on the bottom right, and click somewhere in the field and just write the text. Or you can keep the left mouse button clicked on this and pull the post-it out. You can adjust the size of the post-it and you can push it around with keeping the left mouse button clicked. To change a text after you already wrote in it, just double click on the text and you can adjust the text however you like. If you added something you did not want to add, just click on the item, for example this post-it, click on the 3 dots and on delete, and then it's deleted. This is basically it. I hope you will enjoy working with Miro. I hope you will enjoy your virtual workshops and the collaboration on such a virtual whiteboard. Thank you very much and have a nice day.